Welcome to Bud's Beer Blurb, the podcast. You can catch all of our episodes on our YouTube channel. Just search at Bud's Beer Blurb and we'll pop right up. Oh, and do me a favor. Would you hit that subscribe button while you're there, please? Thank you very much. We can also be heard on rss.com, and they have a list of other podcast sites that we're on. Just pick the one you like best. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Just do that whole search at Bud's Beer Blurb again. And be sure to give us a follow while you're there. All right, let's get to the show.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 22 of Bud's Beer Blurb, the podcast. And I've got a really great lineup for you this time. First, I hit Rising Pint Brewfest at Rentschler Field in Hartford, Connecticut. It was a very eventful day. Lots of wind and lots of technical hiccups. But thankfully, I had some solid backup. Social media influencers Deborah from @BrutalAssault and Greg from @Mando's Reviews. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you so much for the help. Next, a big moment for me. I sat down with Mark DaSilva from Bad Sons Beer in Derby, Connecticut. We had an awesome conversation. And yes, more technical issues. But that's par for the course with me. Midway through the interview, the camera on me died. But that's okay, because now you can focus on just what Mark has to say. Finally, I take you to your Community Cares Graffiti Battle fundraiser at Urban Lodge Brewing in Manchester, Connecticut. Artists from all over stepped up to their canvas for a graffiti competition to help support Your Community Cares, a non-profit organization helping seniors and people with physical disabilities live better lives, with the assistance of volunteers and a list of programs. So, all that and more on episode 22. Let's get started with Rising Pint Brewfest.
I'm with Tyler from Rule of Three, and this is M3. What's in it?
So we've got a lot in there. It's a lot of nice hops. You've got Mosaic, you've got Amarillo. It was a hefty use of them, but it came out nice and crispy and juicy and just the perfect bitter finish.
Beautiful. All right, let's give it a taste. Yeah, definitely that bitter finish, but not like overwhelming.
No.
Dry. Very clean.
Yes.
Wow, you guys should be proud of this one. This is delicious.
Yeah, it's got a crispness, unlike most other IPAs.
Yes.
It's got a nice crisp to it.
Beautiful. Are you enjoying the fest? Has it been really busy?
Oh, it's been great. Yeah, it's fun telling people all about our beers. I mean, the Wookiee Cookie, one of our stouts we have, has been a big hit.
Yeah?
But yeah, I think the Star Wars name alone brings it.
All right, I'm with Tyler from Black Hawk Brewing, and Tyler, what'd you hand me?
Today we got Break Time Pineapple.
Nice.
So the Break Time series is kind of like something new we're trying to get out to the market. You know, with all these hazy IPAs out here, we decided to give you guys something that encompasses everything you love about those hazy IPAs.
Nice.
But, you know, we took out all that pesky haze. We got a nice, clean, refreshing beer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's give it a taste. Wow, that is very clean, very
Thank you.
crisp.
So we have our regular Break Time. The regular Break Time is just out in the market. These fruited iterations are taproom only at the moment.
Okay.
We do roughly a different fruited one every fiscal quarter.
Okay.
We just had the passion fruit one. This is our pineapple. There's a peach one coming down the road as
Nice,
well. And
okay.
then the one that everyone's hyped about is the blood orange that's coming at the end of the summertime.
I once made a blood orange. It was great. I love doing those. I'm going to have to check that one out. What's the ABV on that?
ABV on this guy is a 6.2.
That's respectable. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hi, I'm with Josh at B-Star Brewing. It's good to see you again, brother.
Likewise.
And what did you hand me?
This is going to be our Hi-Hat Haze. It is our New England IPA, hazy as expected.
Oh, my God. That smells amazing. Let's give it a taste. They're busy, man. They're busy here. That is so sweet, Josh.
Love it.
What do you got in this?
It's all your tropical notes that you're expecting. It's haziness. It's not our flagship, though.
Right,
I know we've
yeah.
talked about those,
Yeah.
but it's as expected for anybody who loves their New England. It is a tropical cornucopia of deliciousness.
It is. I agree. Look at this guy, too. What a showman. He's the greatest showman ever. This is delicious. As always, brother, thank you so much.
Favorite beer.
Jim from Almost Famous. I'm going to be talking to him in just a second. But I got Mando with me.
What's going on, bud?
That's my boy. He's taking care of me today. He's like follow me and help me out with the camera equipment. I really appreciate the help, brother. I really do.
Anytime, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to keep it stable in this wind. If it's not windy, it's not Rising Pint.
Oh, it's crazy because the wind was so bad. I mean, I had to abandon my station. I really did. Nothing seems to be working properly with the way the things are going today. All right, I got Jim Wilfinger, Almost Famous Brewing. Jim, you bubble gumption?
Got bubble gumption. It's a bubblegum milkshake IPA. I know what you're saying. You're saying to yourself, is that even something that's necessary? Well, unfortunately it is, and people seem to enjoy it quite a bit. So we've had really good results from people coming out and tasting it, and we just figured we'd give you something to remember. It tastes like a piece of bazooka, looks like a piece of bazooka, and smells like a piece of bazooka.
Oh my God, it smells like bazooka gum. Let's give it a taste. How do you do this, Jim?
Well, there are some secrets we have to keep at the brewery, but we'll tell you we do have bubblegum in there, which gives us the color and the flavor and the smell itself.
It tastes like Bazooka Joe.
It's fun, isn't it?
That's delicious. I mean,
it's easy.
Beer, but still, it is. It's fun.
The next version you're going to be able to blow a bubble with.
I don't doubt you.
We're going to find a way to do it.
Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, bud.
I'll talk to you soon, man. Okay, Deb and I are at East Rock, and we have their key lime. Now, let's see. It's a kicker. Nice. So there. All right, total promo right there. Thank you, Deb. Have you tried this yet?
Not yet.
Let's give it a taste.
Not yet. All right, cheers.
Very light.
Very crisp.
Yeah. That's good.
It's like a subtle lime and it's delicious.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very light and refreshing, guys. Light and refreshing. I am with Joe at Witch Doctor Brewing, and of course we got Mando with us. And Joe, what did you hand me?
Our double IPA, Tropica.
Tropica. Now, what do we got in this?
Lots of hops. The main hop is Idaho 7.
Oh, nice. Okay. And the ABV is?
8% alcohol, so it's a double IPA.
Nice. Wow. Let's give it a taste. What notes am I looking for?
IPA.
This is a wise guy. I like him. Here we go.
I would say beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
I got nothing. You ready, Mando?
Slancha Pros, this is the way.
You got something. That's dead on. I mean, that's just classic.
Better off the tap than it is in the can, and it's still rocking it.
That is really nice, guys. Really nice.
I like the aftertaste a lot about that too. It's got a pretty clean aftertaste. It's not so like chewing on it.
Yeah, it's clean.
Yep.
Nice, refreshing finish. You?
I love it. I have no complaints at all.
It's all gone already.
All right. Well, we got one more beer to review for you, right? Or not review, try. Hang on. Now we have Deb with us. You wanted to try the mango, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You didn't want to try it. You did it already, didn't you?
I have, but I had to come by for a third time.
A third time?
Yes, for the mango. It's amazing.
Okay, hang on. What's in the mango?
So it's made with all real fruit. It's mango, guava, strawberry, and milk sugar.
Lots of yum.
And to me, you taste it in that order.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
As you just found out.
Wow.
It's really good, right?
That is delicious.
I was telling them earlier that this is my favorite sour. So like in the beer fest that I've tried, that's the best one. I'm a big sour head.
She is.
I am, and I love this one because it's a legit fruited consistency, smoothie type, and I love it.
And there's no fake stuff in there. It's all real fruit.
Well, that's what makes fruited sours, smoothie sours, the best. Real fruit.
So you're in Southington, correct?
Yeah, off of Route 10 by the Green.
Beautiful. All right, I'm going to come out and see you guys real soon because this is tasty. All right.
Really good.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Appreciate it. Very, very good. Both beers are very, very good, and I appreciate that. So.
Yeah, and usually we have 15.
Okay, so I'm with Brian at Illicit. He's got a line here that tells you something about Illicit. He's a busy guy.
What's up, bud? How you been, man?
I'm good, Brian. How you, brother?
Doing good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I hear you got. You got bare feet. I love this guy. I hear you got some green beer here.
I do, yeah.
My friend Deborah said that it's good stuff. Brutal Assault. Wow, dude, while they're busy, here, can I have some?
Yeah, let's get you some slime, man.
Step up, everybody.
This is an exclusive for the event. We literally just got a keg this morning. It's not even on draft at the brewery yet.
Why are you topping it?
Yeah, you gotta have it all the way up, man. All the way up. That's the only way to do it.
Cheers, everybody. All right. Hey, is everybody having a good time at Brewfest? Yeah? A little excitement. Not that great, but okay. Woo! Thank you, miss. I appreciate that. No. Taste. Beer podcast is we don't chug until it's been tasted.
Sure you do.
Deborah, what is this? Get in here. Come on, Deb. Come on. What is this?
That's the
You like it?
yeah, it's the slime fruited sour.
So the back of her head. What?
It's a get slime fruited sour.
So it's a fruited sour, and you said you like it.
I love it.
It's very tasty. Really tasty, Brian.
Yeah, tropical fruit punch all the way. Mango, passion fruit, tangerine, mango, apricot. I could go on, but I forgot all the rest of them.
Wow, you guys are like lining up back here. Mando, can you get a shot of everybody? Look at this. Rising Pint! Yeah! I am with John at, well, this is Little Red Barn.
Little Red Barn in Winston.
Winston?
Winston, Connecticut.
That's out there.
That's about an hour north and west of here.
And what did you hand me, John?
Today you're drinking our Hazy Days New England IPA. 5.3 ABV, nice and clean.
Nice.
Good refreshing.
Now, 5.3, if you know me, it's a little on the low side, but it's a Brewfest. Let's have fun with it. All right. What am I expecting for notes?
It should be pretty floral.
You're right. It's very floral. Let's give it a taste. Ooh, very crisp. Very floral. I'm surprised. Wow. That's tasty. I like that. It's very clean, very refreshing. Slightly dank, but nicely sweet. This is delicious. John, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, so I'm at Captain Lawrence with Tim, and Tim, what is this?
It's our Frutetto. It's from 2016. It's a strawberry and grape oak aged sour.
Oh, wow.
A little hidden gem that we give away to only the exclusive members and friends of Captain Lawrence.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
That smells amazing. Yeah, bring it right in. Look at this. I'm going to give it a taste while he's doing this, and I don't blame him for doing that.
Like it? A little crowd pleaser. Yeah.
Oh my God. That is perfection.
It's very, very nice.
That is perfection. Oh man, thank you.
Brewery exclusive left now.
That is fantastic. Where are you located?
Elmsford, New York, and Mount Kisco, New York.
So they're in New York. I'm a Connecticut. Nah.
We've been in Connecticut for 17 years. This is actually our 19th year anniversary this month. So,
wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's really tasty. Is that like on the market?
It's Bolt now. Like, it's not on the market really. You might find some here and there. One of those hidden gems.
Yeah.
I've probably been sitting on these bottles for 4 or 5 years myself.
That was fantastic. I really appreciate it. Tim, thank you so much.
Thank you for trying.
Yeah.
Next up, my conversation with brewer and co-owner of Bad Sons Beer Company, Mr. Mark DaSilva. Mark is a very down-to-earth person with decades of brewing experience. Now, if only I had decades of podcasting experience, the camera on me wouldn't have died. But I hope it's just one of those little quirks that makes my show so endearing. Or not. Here's Mark. Mark, Thank you so much for having us. I greatly appreciate your time.
Absolutely. I'm like I said before, I'm glad you guys are here.
Wow.
I've been waiting a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm honored.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm honored that you guys chose to come and sit with me.
And thank you for the beer.
No problem.
Dubious is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
it really is.
That's my go-to.
Can you take me back to the moment when you decided to open a brewery?
You're talking Southport? That like 96?
Well, let's stay with Bad Sons.
Stay with Bad Sons, yeah. So that was, Bad Sons opened because of Southport. So I had the Southport for 20 years.
Right.
That our 20-year lease, our lease was up in Southport.
Okay.
And they were going to Market Value, which was just crazy.
Yeah.
Especially down there. We were right on, Route 1 there, and huge 10,000 square foot building. So we decided in this building here, I would come here probably 15 years. It took me to buy this building from the gentleman, the Manger family.
Mm-hmm.
I would sit right here, right at this desk with him. I'd come in once, twice a year with coffee, sit with him, talk to him, just let him know, hey, when you guys are ready to retire, he was older already, older gentleman. When you guys are ready to be done, make sure you call me, because I want to have first shot at the building.
So it had to be this building?
It had to be this building.
No kidding.
Yeah,
okay.
and it worked out perfect. I literally we were in kind of like renegotiating in the Southport location and figuring out that it would be almost impossible to be able to pay that rent and all the, just being such a big restaurant and everything like that.
Yeah.
Just being a brew pub still, brewery restaurant style still. I think this guy called, Mr. Manger called me. Paul Manger gave me a call, and within 2 weeks I had a deal done.
No kidding.
And it was perfect timing because I literally was able to stop with the negotiations at Southport. Had a deal done, old school handshake, and we were done. We moved I sold everything within a week there. Pulled it all out of the building. I was out of there in 2 weeks, and I had possession of this building and started cleaning it out.
So how did the name Bad Sons come about?
It's an acronym for all the towns around us.
Okay.
So Beacon Falls, Ansonia, Derby, Shelton, Oxford, Naugatuck, and Seymour.
All right.
Yeah. So Bad Sons. So we were sitting. It's funny. We were sitting in a bar in Milford and drinking. We were drinking Sea Hags, and we're hanging out. And it was myself, my brother, and another partner of ours, and decided to write down the names of the towns to see what they were known for. To see, Derby's known for this, Shelton's known for this, and that kind of stuff. And then once we started looking at it and saying, okay, Derby, not really nothing in Derby that they're, we would name the brewery after. So, move this over here, move this around. And also we started looking at it and we're like, holy shit. That spells out Bad Sons.
That's great.
It was incredible. Yeah. So it was perfect. We were like, that's done deal. And at that meeting, I had literally the napkin and a pen, and I drew the skull, the hop skull.
Yeah.
And I was like, if it's going to be Bad Sons, it's got to look like a tattoo.
Yeah.
So we'll do this, and that was it. It was all done that night.
Oh.
Yeah.
So thinking back at you opened this in 2017.
Yeah, 2017.
Thinking back to then, are there any things from back at that time that you missed that you wish could still be around?
I don't think so. I think the way the industry is going is in the right direction.
Okay.
I like the fact that it's starting to come. Being in this since '96, in this business since '96, every 5 years you get punched in the mouth in this business.
Oh yeah,
you really do. So. And there are a lot of people get into the business that probably shouldn't be in the business. There's a lot of people with money who think, oh, let's open up a brew pub.
Yeah.
And they kind of they don't commit to it. They don't really brew great beer. The service isn't there and stuff like that. So they tend to come in, take people from you, and then they start, falling away of that. It's like the rubber band effect.
Right.
It just, you catch up to it and it goes again and you catch back up to it.
Yeah.
That's how it is. And the way we focus, because we're restaurateurs also, is we focus heavily on the customer experience. Everybody makes great beer now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But, most people, when you go to a brewery, you're walking into a garage or a big open room that's like a gymnasium, and there's just no feeling to it, and no comfort. The lighting's off, the music is off, the service isn't great, and the flow isn't there, and it's like, if you get all those, if you can put all those together the right way, the customer doesn't even know it, but they want to be there.
Right.
They don't even know why, but they just love it. And that's what we've been able to do here. I mean, the building obviously helps perfect, because it is, I mean, I've always, like I said, it took me 15 years because I said this needs to be a brewery.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That really is neat.
And it was a lot of work, but we got it done, and
it's working well.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Your business model has been wonderful, because I've watched you.
Yeah.
You don't jump into anything huge project-wise.
No.
You've been maintaining yourself. You've been maintaining good beers.
Yeah, that's the key.
Here and there, you'll have a special release.
Yeah.
But you just maintain what works.
I maintain what works, and I try not to overwhelm everybody.
Right.
I don't want to overwhelm the people who work here. I don't want to overwhelm the guests. And it's one of those things. It's like, as long as you just stay at a steady pace and you basically stay who you are.
Yes.
You're going to make it. You'll be fine.
Now, when you started this, there was two others involved. Your brother Bill.
Yeah, and John, our partner John.
Yeah, and they're still involved.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've actually never met Bill.
No. Yeah. Well, he's in it now. He focuses on the restaurants. He runs the restaurants. I run this.
Okay.
So he does have an office in the building, and he's here. He's here quite a bit, but he's in the back office.
Yeah.
I always say he's the head. I'm the hands.
Okay.
Right. He does all the back office stuff. He's he's very good at all that kind of stuff, and I'm very good at taking what we need to do and implementing it.
Okay.
Building it, implementing it, designing it, whatever it is. And
so the idea man and the.
I'm more the idea man. I get him to figure out how to impose. Get it in, pay for it, these kind of things, and then I go do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's your proudest moment here at Bad Sons?
My proudest moment? I don't know. I don't know if I've actually. I got to tell you, it's every day I come here. I was actually out with a good friend of mine last night, and we were like, "Oh, where do you want to go?" And I was like, "I actually want to go to the brewery because it's comfortable there. I enjoy it here, you know." And I think I don't think there's a moment. I think it's just every time I'm in the building, I'm just like,
at home.
Love it. Yeah, I love it. It's just great. I feel good in the building. I mean, I love the people that work here. I love the customers, and I just enjoy everything about it. So I think that's where I think it's just ongoing pride.
Every time I see you, you do. You look like
I'm happy.
You're in your lazy boy.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. This is a great. It is it's a hard business.
Yep.
It's a demanding business, and you're only as good as your last beer. Especially when you're on shelves.
Yeah.
And at the prices that things are today. But I got to tell you, I wouldn't do anything else.
Awesome.
I wouldn't do anything else.
Now, you're the head brewer.
Yeah.
Do you have a brew team?
I do. I have two guys. I have Bob, who's been with me, which is a great story. He's been with me for about 6 years now. He actually came in. I was here with a kid that used to work with me in Southport. He was an assistant over me in Southport.
Okay.
And we got started here. We were figuring out the recipes. We were trying to figure out the water because there's a lot going on with that. The first year was tough here with trying to get, especially going from a 7-barrel to a 20-barrel and then brewing 40 and 60-barrel batches. It took us a little while to nail these recipes down. They haven't changed much. More in the recipes that change are the water profiles.
Okay.
And then figuring out the right yeast to use and how to, and obviously all the lab work that we do now. But Bob, so we were sitting at the bar having a beer, talking. It was like, right after we just finished up talking about what we're getting ready to do and, what we need to get done. And he was sitting at the bar and he overheard us and he came over and he said, "Oh, it sounds like you guys are you must be the owner of the brewers here." We're like, "Yeah." So he sat and he talked with us for a while. And it was just one of those things where it was like a couple hours later, he says, "If I quit my job, will you give me a job?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You know what? If you show up Monday morning, Monday morning, I'll give you a job." Because he's exactly like I am, young version of me.
Okay.
He was a plumber. He's built. I used to bang nails for a living. And I know electric. I know plumbing, engineering, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he's the same type of guy. And he showed up Monday morning. He quit his job. He was a manager at a Petco.
Okay.
And he quit his job, showed up Monday, and was like, all right, normally I have Mondays off anyway, so I'm going to work here today. And he goes, but I'm giving them 2 weeks and I'll be in and out. I'll come in at, on the weekends if you want. I'm like, yeah, come in. And he's been here ever since. And now he's on the platform.
Did he have any brewing experience?
0.
And so you've trained him?
I trained him everything. I like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like hiring brewers. I do and I don't. I like hiring people that have a little bit of knowledge of it so that they have an understanding of why they're doing what they're doing. But when you hire, and I've seen this before, when you hire a brewer, they tend to come in and try to do what they do.
Right.
And change who you are. And it's tough to get, and there's some great brewers, but that's not who we are, Right. And it's tough to get them out of that cycle. And so I tend to hire people who have the desire,
right,
have a very good knowledge of the way things work, plumbing, electric, because there's a lot of stuff in here you got to fix on the go.
Yeah.
And you got to understand how those things work and why the processes work in that way. And that's who I tend to hire, those kind of guys.
Have you ever hired and trained somebody and had them leave?
Oh yeah.
Like have you
so
ever
Jason, who was a brewer here in the beginning, he wasn't a brewer. He came to me. He used to deliver for Beard. He used to deliver beer for Beard, and was wanted to get. They didn't obviously with Aaron being the head brewer up there. He does all the brewing.
Yep.
So he wanted to get involved in the brewing part. I was like, yeah, come in. So he worked here for a little while. I taught him how to brew. He left. This is going to be like maybe 4 years ago, and he's the head brewer now at Bank and Bridge.
Okay.
Yep. And then back in my day at Southport, I taught a lot of brewers. There's Joe, the original brewer at Cisco Brothers.
Okay.
I got the guy who owns Center Street up in Wallingford. There's guys now. There's a lot of guys who are maybe not be brewing, but they're still in the business as malt salesmen or hop salesmen. There's probably I'd say maybe 15 to 20 guys that are still in the business. Some are still brewing. Some are still, are doing are still somewhere in the business.
And no animosities about them.
No.
Awesome.
No. Absolutely not.
The brewing.
You got it. If you can't move, and if you can't, being a businessman, if you can't just stay stagnant. You have to go lateral your entire life. You can't be just
moving forward.
Yeah, you got to move forward. So it's good when I see stuff like that.
So everyone has the term flagship beer.
Yeah.
Is there one particular beer that you think may have brought upon the success of Bad Science?
It's the Dubious.
The Dubious.
Yeah, it's the Dubious. Yeah, it is the Dubious.
Yeah, this really is a great beer.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Double Dubious is one of my favorite beers.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's a great beer.
Such a good beer.
When I'm in the mood, to when I have a ride home too, I'll sit and drink the Lupified and the Dubious. Lupified's my all-time favorite.
Yes,
that one is for me. I designed that. Basically, I brewed that. I've been brewing that beer for 20 years probably.
Oh wow!
Yeah. As soon as the Citra hops came out, I started, and the Simcoes, I found the Simcoe, I started brewing that beer. Not exactly the same. It was more of a true West Coast back then, obviously. But that version is always been around. Now the water's different. It's a more of a New England now. But yeah, I'd say the Dubious is definitely our flagship. That's the one that pretty much got us on the map.
You're one of the breweries that, there's a lot of things going on here in Connecticut. There's a lot of breweries that are in trouble. Closed, trying to reopen, things like that. But I've always seen your brewery as one of the breweries that's just, you're going to stand solid. And probably because of what I mentioned earlier, you don't jump into anything too quickly.
Yeah, no, I try not to. We do stuff, even like when we brought our RTDs out, ready to drinks. They've been around for about 2 years now. We haven't forced that RTD, out. And we started it by just doing it contract, having a contract made for us so that we can know if it works or not, and we brought them out, did them very small batches of them, brought them out, slowly built it up to now, we do all that in-house now. Okay. So all our RTDs are made in-house now. Obviously all the beers are done. We're looking at the THC stuff right now. I don't know if we're going to do it, but it's one of those things we're starting to look into to see if that's something that where the market goes, which it pretty much is.
Now, to do the THC, that takes a special license.
Yeah, everything takes a license.
Right.
Connecticut loves license.
Just make sure you don't go with the Delta 8.
Right.
Go with the Delta 9.
The Delta 9, correct, yeah.
I have a daughter who's in the
is she?
industry,
Yes,
and she's
I've been researching it for quite a while now.
Yeah.
And I talk a lot with Kurt up at Thomas Hooker. He's a very good friend of mine.
Good guy.
Known him forever. And he does them, and I've been, back and forth with him a lot. I've been up there, on his, when he makes them, and just check them out. And so it's one of those things we're looking at. It's, the weed thing is obviously, it's here to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's here to stay. Unless the federal government, puts a kibosh on it, it's staying, because it's just one of those things.
They can make money off of it.
They make a lot of money off of it, yeah.
That and Gen Z, they like their
They like
gummies.
it. Yeah,
they
do.
don't really like
Everybody's
the beers as
stoned.
much.
Everybody's stoned.
It's like the 60s all over again.
It's the 60s, yeah. A little better. I think it's a little better, though, because these people don't smoke it now, you know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes they vape, but more gummies, and they're very relaxed, and they can basically, going out to Colorado for concert stuff, you can order whatever you want to be that night,
Yeah. Whatever strain, whatever.
It's the craziest thing in the world.
I want to wake up with it. I want to go to sleep with it.
Exactly.
I want
to, I'm going to a concert
chill.
later. Okay, they'll have that one. I'm going to be at a dinner, a dinner where I'm having, I got to talk to my distributor. Okay, have that one. It's like, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, these are perfect.
Yeah. What makes Bad Son stand out more so than other breweries?
I would have to say that it's our commitment to everything. Like I said, our commitment to everything. Meaning, like I said, we pay attention. When I did the lighting in the tap room, I designed, a lighting that is mood orientated.
That's cool.
The music that we play, our service, we train our servers a lot, and basically not our servers, our bartenders, and basically everybody that you see that works behind my bar has been here since day one. We've lost maybe two. One of them went to. Two of them actually went over to what do you call it? Tribus.
Okay.
So they're still in the business,
right?
And that's so it's like, and we train them. We really train everybody. Really, how to with customer service, know about the beers, so that the relationship between the bartender and the customers are great. Like I said, everything. I think it's everything that we built here is what gives us our success.
Nice.
Yeah. And the consistency of the beer. I think that, after the first couple years of, figuring things out, the past 6 years, I think we've nailed it. I think we've found our water profile that we like. We found our style. We don't deviate too much from what we do. Our beers always have like they're all connected as a family, Yeah. And I think that's what helps. If people know when they come here, they know what they're going to be getting. And it's not going to be something like crazy or, out of unless I do a collab with somebody, but it's going to be what they're expecting,
So I met you 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I've been to the Brewers Ball.
Yep.
For the last 3 years in a row.
Great,
hanging out with the Growler Power people.
Yeah.
This year I was more working the Blurb than anything else. But the Brewers Ball is Smoke in the Valley, and you work together on that. And that handles which charity?
So, Derek is the one who runs those two. I think it's
Seymour Animal Shelter.
One of them is the animal shelter, but I think the charity, the lady he works with, divides the money up between a couple different charities. I know it's all Seymour stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's all stuff that gets done in Seymour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does the brewery have any other charities that they?
We work with. So April Sours, we work with the Pink Chair Project, which is phenomenal. My wife is a survivor. She's 4 years clean now.
God bless
breast
her.
cancer, and we heard about this charity that after the surgeries, because my wife had the double mastectomy, had all that done.
Okay.
After the surgeries, they come in and they give you a one of those lazy boys that lifts the electric ones that lift up and down, because that's surgeries. I mean, it's a bad surgery. So she had to spend a month in that chair before she can actually truly lay down and that kind of stuff. And so they came and dropped it off, and it was godsend. And ever since then, I mean, I've given them money personally. I've had had family members that have used them, and they've been phenomenal. So
you take care of them?
Oh yeah, they're the best.
Yeah,
it's such a great thing that nobody really knows about. And that they don't know that they need it. And they do it for people with, they have older people who have knee surgeries or hip surgeries. Anybody that needs one, back surgeries, they just drop the chairs off. You know? And they're all volunteers that they just show up in a pickup truck, put the chair in, and then when you're done with it, they come pick it up and bring it to somebody else. So we try to buy as many chairs as possible.
So,
and today, I bet you, to date here, we're probably, with all the donations and because we have a charity tap line that we do also.
Okay.
So we have a tap line that $1 from every pint sold goes to a local charity. We pick one of the local charities from any town surrounding.
Okay.
It's typically $1,500, $2,000. But we're probably close to 100,000 by now in donations out of here.
So that's charities. Are you doing anything like for the community?
We do. We do stuff. We do a lot of stuff with when the community does events, around the 4th of July's, their Taste of Shelton events. We always donate as much stuff and go work it and that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's important. I love it. I mean, I'm a Shelton resident, born and raised. I love the town. Okay. I leave Shelton. I leave Connecticut. Is basically the way it would be. Yeah, it really is. And I've been there since it was it was a little farming town, and now it's a pretty good sized city, and it's just still great. And all my friends, that a lot of people I know, they're all perfect. Well, the valley, the entire valley is just the salt of the earth. I always say they're like the shoulders of Connecticut.
Well, let's take a little turn now.
Yeah.
So, outside of your own brand, what beer would you grab as a go-to?
I would say Benji is probably my go-to.
Benji?
Yeah, I love Benji. That's a great beer from
Okay.
Tribus. Anytime I see it out, I'll have one. Definitely have one. New England's, I do. New England's, like I said, with the Sea Hags. That's just that go-to beer. Sea Hag for me is funny because my wife even said it to me one day. She's like, that's your beer you have when you're looking at the beer menu.
Okay.
It's like, so, okay, you have I'll have a Sea Hag, and then I'll have the beer menu so I can look to see what I want to get. It's just beautiful, But I would say I love Tribus. I think Tribus, those guys do a great job.
Good.
That's probably one of my beers that are out there where it's like, man, I wish I could get whatever they're doing in that beer. It's like, man, how do they get that flavor out of that beer? But I'd say that, and then I'm more of a, good old school. I drink a lot of High Lifes. Miller High Lifes when I'm just, out with the boys,
right?
But other than that, it's not the ton. I mean, being in 30 years in the business, I don't drink as much beer as I used to.
Okay.
It's just because it's like, I put my time in. I've definitely put my time in on beer drinking.
Okay.
So
if you could collab with anybody, and I mean anybody, who would it be?
Geez, I don't know. I like the Woodbury. I like Ben at Woodbury Brewing. I'd love to do a collab with him because he does this barrel-aged sour stuff that he does, which I think are just incredible.
Okay.
So I'd love to do a collab with him, that style of beer. I don't know, to tell you the truth. It's one of those things. I did a couple with John from Armada just because he's like, whatever, I don't care.
Right.
Throw it in. And I love that because I'm the same way.
Right.
I used to have a beer in Southport. I used to call it, there was two beers I loved that I had in Southport. One was called Oops Ale, which is, I would do, something would happen to it, and I was like, all right, let's do something to it, do something, fix it, and it's a great beer that goes on Oops Ale, that goes on the Oops tap.
Right.
And then I had another beer I used to call Half in the Bag. I would just, whatever was half bags of malt, I would just make a beer out of it.
That's
just to, clean up all that malt. So that one was called Half in the Bag.
That's
and those beers it was always different.
Always different,
and they were always great. So, but I don't know, collabs. I would think, I don't think I'd want to do it with any like big time people. I like the guys like I said, Ben, because he has the talent and that barrel aged sour stuff that he does. That's incredible. So I'd love to do that with him. Just basically more to learn how he does what he does with those things. But other than that, I don't know. Anybody. I guess I would do it with anybody. I did one with Louis from Louis Vega. He's at the New Cambridge Project.
Yeah.
We did a great one together. That one was called Tin Roof, and we sat. We sat in the in the brewery one night, and we were talking. He's like, "Hey, let's do a collab." I'm like, "All right, let's do something." So we just started writing stuff down. I was like, "How about we put this in it? How about we put this in it? How about we make it this style but hop it this way and use a lager yeast instead of an ale yeast?" And then we came and we just said, "All right, let's brew it." Right. We brewed it here, and I canned it off, did all that, and it was really a very good beer.
Nice.
Yeah, it came out really good.
I was at one brewery. They had a mistake beer.
Yeah.
And it ended up being a really dark IPA. Yeah. And it was fantastic.
Fantastic, right?
They didn't take notes.
Oh.
And it was the first and last time it was ever released.
That's a shame.
That's
the number one rule in brewing. Everything gets written down.
Yeah. And that was like the one beer that they produced that I liked from them.
You know who did that? Do you remember Steve from Cambridge Brewing? Mm-hmm. Steve Buccino. Mm-hmm. That's how he came up with Big Hoppy.
Oh, wow.
He was, what did he say? He said he was brewing the beer. Something happened where he had to leave. So he called, when he called his, he didn't have another brewer back then. He called, he had his bartender there and he just said, "Hey, throw this hop in, the beer." And the guy threw in like just crazy amounts of hops.
Oh, wow.
And it ended up being one of his best beers he ever made.
Wow.
Big Hoppy. And it was a complete mistake.
The Connecticut beer scene is the breweries, they're tame.
Yeah.
They're more family oriented and things like that.
Yeah. No
but we are talking about people drinking beer and there's inebriation.
Yeah.
I have not seen a bouncer in any single brewery in Connecticut.
No, that's true.
But have you ever had a problem?
Not really. Nothing that would deserve a bouncer.
Okay.
Yeah, just because it's a different clientele. The people,
right.
It's not the the Red Bull and vodka people. Mm-hmm. It's not the we don't do shots. We close earlier. We close at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock sometimes on the weekends. So but before anything could really start getting out of control, they're typically at another place. Yeah. And the people who come here. I mean, the gamut that runs here. I mean, I have families with little kids.
Right.
70, 80-year-old people.
Yeah.
People, I get a lot of people from out of state that stop here, that come in and they're, traveling through. Yeah, they love it. They come in, buy a bunch of merch,
absolutely,
drink the beers, take a bunch of beer, and they're out of here. And they, they're going to wherever they're going. And it's great. I wouldn't say we've ever had any. I don't think I've ever been to a brewery I've ever seen a problem in.
Exactly.
To tell you the truth.
And I like that to be brought out because I think it's important that people understand the brewery scene.
I think they do because the reason I would say that they absolutely do is because it's all families.
Right.
I mean, they're bringing their kids here.
Yeah.
Their kids are having a great time here, So I think they understand that. They're not bringing them to the local sports bar, after lunch, where they will be in here until 7, 8 o'clock at night having a great time,
Yeah.
Kids are, playing Connect 4 or throwing the bags around. It's just great.
My wife is funny. She's, mother of 2 and grandmother of 5.
There you go.
I had 4, so the 2 of us had 6.
There you go. Just keep piling them on, right?
But just kids.
Yeah.
But she'll walk into anywhere. Kids.
Yeah, that's so funny. She's done with them, huh?
Oh, man.
Except for her grandchildren.
Because we have 2 grandkids who live with us, actually.
So I did go to a brewery where I was like that. My wife and I were there every Saturday. My wife and I try to go and get to a brewery.
Okay.
Not every Saturday, but a couple times a month. And we were sitting at a brewery. I won't say what it is, but it was Romper Room.
Oh yeah.
And they were just running around, screaming. I was like, the beer was good.
Yep.
The place was cool.
Yep.
And I'm like, we got to go. I can't do this. My kids are 21 and I'm 22 and 23 already, so I'm out of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a different heartache now, where it's like they're at the age where they're going out. So it's like I gotta,
I have a 12-year-old grandson.
Oh,
about to hit 13.
There you go.
Yeah. And then it goes all the way down.
Great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
all the way down to 1. So
all the way down to 1. That's great.
Old,
You got a long time. You better stay healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna be a grandfather for a long time.
Granddad is the apple of their eye. I hope.
I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait on that. Hopefully, I have enough time on that one.
Yeah. One last question.
Yeah.
Looking back in time, is there anything in particular that you would have changed?
I don't. No, I don't think I would. I think the most important thing was all the failures I did. You know what I mean? All the things I did wrong.
Learn.
Yeah, that's why. So I wouldn't change those. I don't think I would ever change those.
Good.
Because that's basically why I'm able to. I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad that it took me this long to get this building.
Okay.
Because I think if I was a true production, distributing brewery, say 10, maybe 12, 15 years ago, I don't think I would have been as focused on it as I am now.
Wow.
So I'm glad. I don't think I would change anything. I think everything that's good that's happened is great. Everything that's bad that happened is even better.
That's a great attitude.
Yeah.
That's great. Mark, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Sorry my hands are so cold.
That's right.
But
drinking beer, that's why. Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, God.
It's a Sunday.
Now I present to you your Community Cares Graffiti Battle at Urban Lodge Brewing Company.
Bud from Bud's Beer Blurb, and I'm in Manchester, Connecticut right now at Urban Lodge Brewing, where they're having a graffiti battle, and it's being put on by Your Community Cares. The weather's not the best, but it's not stopping these artists. They're hard at work. A lot of spray paint aroma. It's killing my double Diamondback aroma. That is amazing, Kelly. Hi, Rolla.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
That's you. Good, how are you?
I got the cheat sheet now. I can't wait to see that.
Thank you.
I'm not going to interrupt.
That's okay. People are going to want to talk to you.
Yes.
Tell me what you're doing.
So, I'm 35 years old.
Okay.
And I have vitiligo on my arms.
Okay.
My, my shoulder, my neck.
Yeah.
And I got it when I was 8. It was like a big scare, so I got it when I was 8. So I felt since I was 8 till I actually got married to my husband around 25 years old, I was afraid to show my arm. I was embarrassed. I was scared. I felt different.
Yeah.
And I also had, eyesight issues. I had to get a LASIK at one point, and it just recently came back, but it's slight. But before I had a really bad eyesight, so for me, I saw blurry versus figures in front of me. So that was also part of my my life.
Right.
So I feel like it only made me more powerful. Like empowerment. It was part of who I am.
Amen.
When I got married to my husband, and I told him, I was like, I have vitiligo, by the way, and he's like, well, it's the most beautiful part of you.
Nice.
So from there, I started wearing short sleeves, going out, showing my arms. I didn't care.
Confidence.
So I felt like I got over it.
Yeah.
Confidence. I'm the same. I'm just different, but I'm unique. Yeah, and it just became part of me. So that's why I'm drawing her. She's me.
Okay.
She's blind in one eye, which is representing my eyesight that I went through. And then I'm gonna be drawing vitiligo on her neck. But I also have a beautiful pink flower representing empowerment and beauty.
Amen.
She's also smiling and out there, and she became a strong woman.
Like you.
Thank you.
Awesome. I love it. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
Come to fruition.
Appreciate it.
All right. All right, now we're looking at Josh Tyaz's work. How you doing, Josh?
Good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. What are you expressing here?
I'm pretty much going toward more mental health.
Mental health. Okay.
It's pretty much like everybody always says that they're fine. I'm fine. So it's like on the inside, like, are they really fine? People always struggle with things that's inside.
Right.
That you don't talk about. Everyone has that issue. And I just wanted to try and reflect that.
Wow.
Complementary and that from contrary colors, I think that's what it's called. I didn't go to art school, I just love to paint.
That's okay.
So if I make a term that's wrong, sorry about that.
Contrasting colors.
Contrasting colors.
That's okay.
Like, I wanted to mix up warms and darks, because on the outside we try to portray this warm feeling of happy and everything to everyone around us. But on the inside, it's like you don't know what somebody's feeling.
Yeah, chaos.
Exactly. Try more comforts, more the darker, cooler tones on that type of symbolism. So I wanted to jump more into that, more involved in that.
Can people see your art real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Look at this.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you mind if I get a picture?
That's great.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
That is great. I'm going to get out of her way. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it, man. Okay, so this is Brian Wentworth, and I'm seeing something really deep here. Brian, what are you trying to express today?
So I'm touching on anxiety and depression.
Okay.
Basically, the idea is like it's a self-portrait underwater, so everything is just under the surface a lot of the time.
Yes.
We wear kind of like a a false version of ourselves, or at least we tuck away the things that we actually deal with. And for me, being an artist, I deal with a ton of anxiety, perfectionism, overthinking, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so it seems like it's always right there, even though most people will never know it. They'll even tell you, oh, you were in a great mood. They had no idea I was suffering the whole time.
Right.
So the idea is like trying to always catch your breath. So the gentleman is just under the very edge of the water.
Wow.
So he's almost, you could say he's like borderline about to drown, but he's fighting for his life, essentially.
So I noticed nervousness is near the top of the water.
Yeah.
And it gets worse as you go down?
I mean, there's no real theme to the order.
Okay.
It's just a kind of an expressive, like...
Filling in all the gaps there.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Words that sort of feel... kind of like give it a little bit of like backbone.
Yeah.
To build off of.
Cool.
You know, this is all chalk too, so that'll wash away as well.
Yeah.
And all you'll see is the paint.
Where are you from?
Colchester.
Colchester?
Yep.
A little bit of a drive here.
Yeah, not too bad.
Oh, I appreciate your time.
Hey, thanks, man.
All right.
Nice
Good luck to you.
Buddy. Yeah.
I'm with Kelly Green now. How you doing, Kelly?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. What are you expressing today?
Art.
Obviously, Kelly. What are you trying to tell?
So it's like, you know, struggling through all the stuff. Like there's good at the end of the bad. So
Oh, wow.
have a little hope when you're drowning in the tentacles, you know?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
I try to go kind of broad because it's like a pretty open theme, but also I want to make sure that people want to buy it. So I'm like, who doesn't like skulls? You know?
My wife would pay a lot for this right now.
Perfect. You can have it. I won't even finish it. No, just kidding.
Kelly, where are you from?
Right now I'm from Bolton.
Bolton?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm from Coventry.
Okay.
Yeah, we're neighbors.
You probably drive by my house all the time.
Probably. All right, I love it. Hey, thank you for giving me some of your time.
Yeah, anytime.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right.
I need it.
Okay, now I have Kendall in front of me. Kendall, how you doing?
Great. How you doing, bud?
Good, good, good. Where are you from?
Originally from Middletown.
Okay.
Yep.
And what are you trying to express to the people today?
Yeah, so again, this is graffiti for all abilities. As a type 1 diabetic myself, I'm kind of doing a playful illustration on what it's like to be a diabetic.
Okay.
We have a kind of zombie mutant that's kind of melting away as he's going for a sugar rush. So
yeah.
He's going for that cupcake. That's kind of like what I go like when I'm painting murals and I have sugar dips and things like that, and that's what I battle through.
So you paint murals like on a professional level?
Yeah, that's what I do now.
That's what you do now?
Yeah.
That's how you support yourself?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not a starving artist?
No, the wife and I, we work
Beautiful.
together, our 2 boys, the whole gamut. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, I like the concept, dude. I like it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, good luck to you, man.
I appreciate you.
Take it easy.
Thank you for coming.
So many different artists, so many different styles, so many different messages. Well, you just signed it, didn't you? I mean, you're done? Nice.
Thank you.
That is beautiful. I love the message too. Kendall, how are you feeling about this?
Yeah, I feel good, man. It was a good time, a great turnout, great vibes. Just a good day to express yourself.
Yeah, that's amazing. It looks fantastic.
I appreciate it.
That's a deep message.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Wow, Mr. Wentworth did an amazing job. Look at that thing. That's insane. Lauren, I love it. It's coming out amazing.
I appreciate that.
Finishing touches, or you all set?
Yeah, I'm just trying to meet, like, the time is now, so I'm trying to move as quick as I can.
Wow, look at this thing, everybody. Look at this. That is amazing. I love the color scheme.
Hopefully it's uplifting, implies the sense of togetherness and strength and courage.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren. Good luck. That came out more than fine. I love it.
Thank you very much.
Good job. How you feeling about it?
I always think like it's more about time. Like this is the type of piece where I'm just like I want to take it home and put more and invest more time into it. That's just, I feel like that's every artist though, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody wants, as soon as they do it. I feel like I got the point across of what I'm trying to do with just mental health in general.
Yeah.
And I would say it was a trick trying to figure out what to do with the colors with the limited stuff I had, you know. So I hope people enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Good luck to you, man. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
That's beautiful. Well, I'm at Urban Lodge, so you know I'm going to be having a beer or two. Okay, this is my second one. This is Emerald Shores. This is an Irish ale with an ABV of 6.7. It's bourbon barreled aged. I got a hamburger coming too. This is going to go perfect with it. Roasty. Caramel. Sweet. Let's give it a taste. That's good. I will say this one came out of a can. A little disappointed by that, but the flavor makes up for it. That's very, very good. Little on the light side, but very, very good. 3 3/4.
Well, that just about does it for this episode, but I want to thank you for joining me and to remind you to please hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate it. I'm Bud Esty, and I'll be tipping one back for you.